Hi everybody, my name is Matt Wan and I am the CEO of the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Team, and sitting next to me is one of the top speakers and trainers in the world today, Mr. Les Brown. Mr. Brown, how are you today?
I'm doing great and I'm glad to be here with you.
That's great. Mr. Brown, I just want to ask you a few questions. How did you get started in this business? I mean, I know you don't have any college training. How did you get your start in the motivational speaking and training world?
I used to go to all types of motivational events. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote the book, The Power of Positive Thinking, Zig Ziglar, I see you at the top, Jim Rohn, and I saw these speakers and I enjoy speaking and I enjoy talking to people and making them laugh and making them feel good. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'd like to do that. And I literally started doing it on a volunteer basis. I was volunteering to speak at daycare centers, first of all, because I knew they didn't know enough to know whether or not I knew what I was talking about. And then I graduated to high schools and started speaking at churches. And then I decided I wanted to make some money doing it because I met a man named Mike Williams. He's the author of a book called The Road to Your Best Stuff. Yes. And is a strategist and author, but he said, you ought to invest in yourself to do this professionally. And I always wanted to have my own business. And so I invested in myself. I got the coaching and training and strategies from him. And the rest is history. I've been able to speak for Fortune 500 companies, for major corporations in the United States and around the world.
Yeah, and I just read an article that the training business alone is a $71 billion industry. And the motivational speaking and personal development, that's another $10 billion.
And at the time I started, it was around $4 billion. Mm-hmm. And I said, some of that money's got my name on it.
No, that's right. That's right. In fact, last 2015, the increase in the training budgets for corporations were 14%.
Yeah. And just think about this. At the beginning of the year 2000, 5 million people lost their jobs. Okay? Now, and less than 10 years, over 1/3 of the jobs that exist now will be gone. That means that the people that are there who are retained, they have to do 2, 3, and 4 jobs for one paycheck. Mm-hmm. So those people have to be motivated and encouraged, and their skill set must be increased, and you got to create the desire to want to be able to work under that kind of pressure in an environment where there's no job security. Mm-hmm. And so the need for speakers now is greater than ever before. Life coaches and trainers, it's a billion-dollar business, and we're looking for people who are looking for ways in which they can start a new career for themselves or do it while they're doing what they're now doing. You don't have to stop doing what you're doing. I was working on another job, and I transitioned into doing this, and then the money became so big I was able to do it full-time.
Yeah, most people do that. You actually work your way out of what you're doing to accomplish your dreams, to go after those dreams of becoming that professional speaker, teacher, and trainer that you always wanted to be.
Yes.
What's next for Mr. Les Brown?
I'm looking for people that are hungry. I want, to me, if you're going to do something, go all out. Do it all the way. I didn't want to be just a speaker. I wanted to be a dominant speaker. And I'm looking for people who want to make a difference, who have a passion for people, who enjoy speaking, and people who want to learn how they could use their story, as I have, to be able to change people's lives. We all, I believe, can do it. I remember I didn't do this for years, and my mentor, Mike Williams, said, Brownie, when I told him, hey, I don't have a college education, I never worked for a major corporation, I said, how can I motivate and train people to do something I've never done? And he said something to me I'll never forget. He said, Brownie, all of us are born the same way, dumb, naked, and speechless. You can learn. And so I was willing to invest in myself, and I learned, and I've had the opportunity to speak to as many as 80,000 people in the Georgia Dome. Many people have seen it on YouTube. And so all of us, I believe, can learn if we are passionate about it, if you have a love for people, mm-hmm. and if you're willing to be coachable.
Yeah, one of the most satisfying things is when you're speaking to people, or you're in front of an audience, or you're training people, is the gratification to know that some of these people may actually change their lives.
Oh, there are a lot of people who change their lives. I can't tell you the number of people. I had a gentleman, he said, I heard your speech on how you brought your mother home and being adopted. And he said, I decided if he can do that for his mother, and he's adopted, he said, my mother gave birth to me. He said, I got together with my brothers and sisters and said, hey, look, let's buy Mama a home. And he said, I did. And he said, I've had several other people to do that. So when you speak, there are certain people that when they hear you, they're going to respond. I believe that when we speak, we distract, dispute, and inspire. How people live their lives is a result of the story they believe about themselves. And when you speak, you disrupt that story. And through the execution and the delivery of the speech, and this is how we train people, you dismantle their limited belief system and then inspire them, as Mother Teresa would say, to become a pencil in the hand of God and start writing a new chapter with their lives. And that, to me, is the rewarding part when I'm working with people that want to speak and become a dominant speaker, be it in real estate or insurance or in sales, whatever area they're interested in, or just want to make a difference speaking with young people. They're 40% of our population, but they're 100% of our future.
Yes, absolutely.
And when I read about the young man who committed just a horrible crime, I often think about, what if I'd gotten in his ear? I heard a lady who, we trained her, and she saw this same news clip about this young man who went in this church and killed 9 people. And she said, the world is the way that it is, not because a few people are violent. She said, the world is the way that it is because too many people are silent. And she decided that she wanted to be a voice. And I said, why did you come to me? And she said, because you speak from your heart. And that's what we do. We train you how to speak from your heart. We train you how to be a life coach or a trainer, and how to begin to speak to people strategically, not just telling a story, but to tell that story in a strategic way so that you can transform them. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to change how they think, how they feel, and what they do. And when you stand before an audience, and while your story is important, people are always asking a question. Who are you? What do you have? And why should I care? And in our training, we teach people how to answer that and be a voice of hope and influence, because when there's hope in the future, that gives you power in the present.
Yes. And we take the guesswork out of it, don't we?
Yes.
We take the guesswork out of it, by actually, when someone wants to join the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Team and actually go for their dreams and go for their goals of becoming a professional speaker and a trainer and an accountability coach, we give you everything you need to succeed. We give you the training. Our faculty has over 150 years of combined personal development experience, training experience, provide you with the PowerPoints that you need to do a presentation, and the facilitator guides and the workbooks and everything that you need to succeed. And that's really, really important, because you got started in this industry with nothing.
With absolutely nothing.
With your good looks and your laugh. That's how you got started.
When you think about it, insurance statistics still hold this to be true. Out of every group of people you see, every 100 people, and we live in the wealthiest country in the world, by the time they reach retirement age, 1 will be rich, 4 will be well-to-do, 5 will still be working, and 36 will be dead, and 54 will be dependent upon welfare and family and friends. The average American, by the time they reach retirement age, will have a net cash value of $250. And so, to me, I believe that this is the time. My mother used to say, it's a poor rat that only have one hole to get some cheese out of. This is the time, if you're looking for ways in which you can transition out of what you're doing to do something else that's more rewarding, if you're looking for ways to make some extra money, and it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, then we have something for you here at the Les Brown Institute. Because as Matt said, we take all the guesswork out of it, and we need more speakers and trainers and coaches now more than ever before. When we look at this past election, it was ugly. My God, never before we've ever seen anything like it. What most people don't know, the suicide rate among our young people has increased. The suicide rate has increased for adults as well. And so now we need messengers of hope. Now we need people to talk about things that give people a sense of optimism and hope. that they can, in fact, not just survive, but to live their dreams. And we can teach them how to do that.
And that's our goal, isn't it? That's the
Yes.
part that you want to pass it on. So to find out more information how you can join one of the fastest growing speaking, training, and coaching companies in the world, the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Team, call us, reach out to us. You have to make the decision to act and take action on it. We're available here for you. We have an entire faculty right here in our corporate office in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We will speak to you one-on-one and talk to you about how you can get involved, how you can partner with Mr. Les Brown, in my opinion, the greatest speaker and trainer on the planet today.
Well, I want to say this. I don't want to work with everybody. I just want to work with people that are hungry. Yes, how did you make it? I was hungry. I wanted to take care of my mother. I promised my mother, I said, Mama, when I turn 18, I'm going to sit you down. When I turn 18, I'm going to pay all the bills. I don't believe, the way that most people think. My mother used to say, Les, yes ma'am, Mama, if a woman has a husband and a job too, one of them's got to go. So she said, a man's job is to provide and protect. So I sat my mother down. I took over all the bills at 18, and I still believe that we have people who have the ability to contribute, who have experiences and things they've gone through, have a story that can make a difference in life. And I believe if that's you, if you're ready to make a difference in the lives of others, if you have a passion for speaking. I used to talk in my sleep. I still do. Now I make money doing it. And so we encourage you to join us. And if you're hungry, you've got to be hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. And if you're hungry to make a difference in your life, if you're hungry to earn more money, we want you to call the number down that's on your screen, because we have something for you. You have something special. You have greatness within you. That's our story,
And
and
we're
we're sticking to
sticking to
it.